What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with random guys. Today coming at just more Infinite Warfare beta action, my friends, for you guys today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what is the best gun in Infinite Warfare. Now, obviously, these kind of videos are always a little bit based on opinion. Everyone has a different opinion on what's the best gun, but you know, I see a lot of people kind of leaning towards two specific guns, and those are the guns that I've been playing with the most. One of them you guys are going to be seeing me use in this gameplay right here, which is the FHR, more specifically the rare variant. I find that the rare variant, it has perks that make it a little bit better, even better than the legendary in some way, because the rare has this perk, these two perks. The first one's called Head Rush, so headshot kills grant a small bonus to your payload meter, so that's pretty good too. And then you got Sharpshooter, which I think is the main one that I like about the rare variant, is that it increases the range, the increased damage range, so increased damage range, and it stacks with rifled barrels, so that's what's really cool. The legendary version of the FHR has reduced hip spread, which stacks with laser sight. All these perks always stack with the actual attachments, so reduced hip spread, so if you want to shoot obviously from the hip. And you got nuclear, which is really cool if you want to go for a nuke. But you know, if you don't really care about the nuke, or if you're not trying to go for a nuke, then obviously the FHR rare variant seems to have a little bit better of perks, if you will, especially because of Sharpshooter. Mostly because of Sharpshooter, because again, it increases the damage range. So you got the range that it increases a little bit, and for a submachine gun, I mean, it's always nice to have a little bit extra range. But again, a lot of this is personal opinion, preference, things like that. But in my opinion, this is one of the best guns in the game. You have a complete ammo capacity of 120. You have 40 right off the top in your mag, and then you got 80 more on top of that. So basically, you got like three mags, if you will. And you know, if you want to put it that way, 3 full mags. But obviously, you can reload as much as you want. So don't make that more confusing than it has to be. I guess I'm the one who made it more confusing. But anyways, that aside, it's worth mentioning a second one, because in my opinion, there's two main guns that are kind of going head to head for the best. I mean, again, this is just my experience. I've played a lot with a lot of different guns. I've spent many hours playing the Infinite Warfare beta, and I think the other one that would kind of go up against it is the RPR Evo, or the Ripper. It's pretty much the Ripper. I mean, if you actually unlock the epic variant of the RPR, the design of the gun changes, and it actually looks more like the Ripper from Ghosts. And that gun was a really good gun. Really good gun in my opinion. I don't know what your guys' opinion on it. I think a lot of people really loved the Ripper from Ghosts. It was a really good gun. And it plays really well in Infinite Warfare, the RPR. So obviously it stands for Ripper. So the cool thing about this gun is that you can actually switch it. It has a toggle to switch from assault rifle mode and submachine gun mode. So it's a submachine gun. If you go under SMGs, you guys can see it. But if you hold triangle, you can switch to assault rifle mode. And what this does is basically it pops up like this this integrated hybrid sight, if you will, which enhances longer range engagement. So it helps you hit those shots at longer range, but it reduces the fire rate a little bit when you switch it to that mode. But it feels a little bit more powerful, like an AR. So it's kind of like 2 in 1. It's like a submachine gun and an AR in one, and it's a really good gun. So I find myself using it a lot because I'm a close quarters combat kind of guy. I love CQC kind of stuff. I'm rush and run and gun kind of rush play, and so I could switch between that. But if I find myself in a situation where there's a guy a little bit further than I feel comfortable shooting with an SMG, I just quickly hold triangle to switch modes, peek and cover for a quick second. It's really fast to switch modes, and then I pop out and I shoot a guy in AR mode that's a little bit of a longer distance, and it's really good. And so I'm kind of torn between which one's better, the FHR or the Ripper. I'm using the FHR a lot just to unlock the legendary variant for the nuke, which I finally unlocked, by the way. But I think I'm going to try to play a little bit more with the Ripper again. I played a ton with the Ripper, a ton, but it's a really good gun. It's a really good gun. I remember when I first unlocked it and I first tried it, I was melting people with it. I was absolutely melting people with it, and I was having a blast with it, to be honest. I was having a lot of fun with it. If you compare the stats, the accuracy is much higher, actually. So I'm gonna compare the stats for you guys right now. So the FHR has an accuracy of 40, and the Ripper has an accuracy of 70. So that's quite the difference. The FHR has a damage rate of 58. The Ripper has 53. So the FAR actually has a little bit less, but the accuracy is also less. And it's not that much difference in damage, right? The FHR's range is 49. Keep in mind, this is the standard. This is not the rare variants. None of these are variants. These are just standards without attachments and all that. 49 is the range. And on the RPR, it's 53, the range, okay? 53, so it's a little bit higher. As far as fire rate goes, the FHR's fire rate is pretty high. It's 97, which is why I say it melts. It shoots very quick. And the fire rate on the RPR is 91. So it's still up there. It's still up there, but the FHR obviously has a little bit of an edge in that regard. The mobility, the FHR has an 80 stat, and the RPR also has an 80 stat. Actually, all the submachine guns have 80 for mobility. So that's kind of the differences. So there's not a crazy huge difference in most of the stats. The majority of the difference is in the accuracy, to be honest. But you gotta think that the fire rate is a little bit higher on the FHR, so then accuracy is a little bit lower. It's very good in the sense that, it does melt, in my opinion, but so does the RPR. That's why I'm saying it's kind of up for debate, between the two, which one is truly the best gun. So you guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think is the best gun. Obviously, I mean, what would you say is the best gun between these two, and would you say these are the two best guns, or would you say something else is the best gun in the game? What is your preference personally? Like I said, I really like the FHR. I really like the RPR, the Ripper, if you will. But let me know what you guys think is the best gun in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smack the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. Again, my opinion is the RPR and the FHR are the two best guns in the game. Those are kind of the two that I lean towards right now. But again, things are subject to change by launch. This is the first weekend, the first beta weekend. So, we'll see when we actually get to launch. But again, if you guys enjoyed the video, please smack the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video like always. Until then, game on.